In a bubbly little town called Popville, where the air smelled like soap and the streams sparkled with tiny rainbows, lived a cheerful girl named Lily and her bouncy puppy, Puddles. Lily loved blowing bubbles more than anything. One sunny afternoon, she sat in her backyard with a big wand, dipping it into soapy water and puffing out giant bubbles that floated high. As they drifted, she noticed something magical. Swirls of red, blue, and green danced across them. "Puddles!" she squealed, pointing. "Why do bubbles have colors? Are they painting the air or hiding rainbows?" Puddles barked and chased a bubble, his tail wagging like a metronome. "Woof! Let's find out. It's a bubbly mystery." With her bubble wand in hand and Puddles trotting beside her, Lily skipped to the edge of Popville, where the wise old turtle, Bubblesworth, lived by a shimmering pond. Bubblesworth was famous for knowing everything about bubbles. He even looked like one, with his shiny shell. "Bubblesworth!" Lily called, waving her wand. "Why do bubbles have colors?" Bubblesworth poked his head out, blinking slowly, then grinned. "Ho, ho, Lily and Puddles! That's a fizzy question. Come sit by the pond. I'll tell you the rainbow secret." Lily plopped onto a soft patch of grass, and Puddles flopped beside her, panting happily. Bubblesworth settled on a rock and began. "Bubbles are like tiny magic balls, made of soap and water. They're super thin, like the thinnest blanket you can imagine. When sunlight hits them, something amazing happens. The light doesn't just bounce off. It splits into all the colors of the rainbow." Lily's eyes widened. "Splits? Like a magic trick?" Bubblesworth chuckled. "Exactly! Sunlight's full of colors. Red, blue, green, all mixed together. But bubbles? They're sneaky. They catch the light and play with it." Puddles tilted his head. "Woof! Play how?" Bubblesworth tapped his shell. "Here's the fun part. The bubble's skin is so thin that light bounces off the outside and the inside. Those bounces mix and wiggle, making waves. When the waves bump just right, zing! You see colors, red here, blue there, green swirling around. It's like the bubbles throwing a color party." Lily giggled. "So they're rainbow catchers?" Bubblesworth nodded. "Yep, the colors change as the bubble floats because the skin gets thinner or thicker. Each spot makes a new shade." Lily blew a big bubble, watching it shimmer. "But why don't they stay one color?" she asked. Bubblesworth winked. "Because bubbles are busy. They twist and turn in the air, and the light keeps dancing with them. When they get super thin, poof, they pop, and the colors say goodbye." Puddles barked and leaped at the bubble, popping it with his nose. "Woof! Bye-bye colors." "Whee!" Lily laughed so hard she nearly dropped her wand. "Do all bubbles have colors?" "Aye," she asked. Bubblesworth grinned. "Most do, if the sun's around. In the dark, they're shy. No light, no rainbow." Just then, a breeze carried a swarm of bubbles from Lily's wand, floating over the pond. They sparkled like jewels, pink, purple, yellow, twirling in the sunlight. "Look, Puddles!" Lily cheered. "It's a bubble parade!" Puddles yipped and chased them, his paws splashing in the water. Bubblesworth clapped his flippers. "See, the light's their dance partner. Every bubble's a little artist." Lily twirled her wand, sending more bubbles skyward. "They're painting the air!" she shouted. Puddles barked in agreement, his tail a blurry wag. As the sun dipped low, turning the sky golden, Lily and Puddles waved to Bubblesworth. "Thanks for the rainbow story," Lily called. Bubblesworth waved back. "Anytime. Keep blowing bubbles. Every pop's a color surprise." Back home, Lily blew one last bubble, watching its colors swirl. "Good night, rainbow bubbles," she whispered. Puddles curled up beside her, dreaming of chasing shimmery spheres. In Popville, every bubble was a tiny masterpiece, and Lily loved them all.